Hello everyone, welcome to another video on our channel News Faster. We're back with more tributes. This video features a list of American big celebrities who died recently or within the last few days. Number 1. Leslie Charlson. Leslie Charlson passed away on Sunday after playing cardiologist Monica Quatermain for almost 50 years on the ABC daytime program General Hospital. In a statement, ABC informed NPR that Charlson had passed away. Frank Valentini, executive producer of General Hospital, commented, "Her lasting legacy has spanned nearly 50 years on General Hospital alone and, just as Monica was the heart of the Quatermains, Leslie was a beloved matriarch of the entire cast and crew. I will miss our daily chats, her quick wit and incredible presence on set." Charlson was one of the cast members with the longest tenure on General Hospital, the longest-running scripted drama in the United States. Charlson, who was born in 1945 in Kansas City, Missouri, entered the entertainment industry early on. Alongside her mother, who experimented with acting, she landed her first job in a car advertisement. "All I had to do was just pretend to be asleep in the back seat," Charlson recalled in an interview with Something to Offer, a discussion show in New York City. "My mother turned around and said, 'If you don't close your eyes, Leslie, you're never going to see 8 years old.' With a broad smile, take action now." Charlson's desire to become an actress developed as she grew older. Before obtaining the part of Monica on General Hospital, she starred in dramas such as A Flame in the Wind, later retitled A Time for Us, As the World Turns, and Love is a Many-Splendored Thing in the 1960s and 1970s. When Charlson appeared on fellow actor Maurice Benard's podcast in 2022, she revealed that her first day on set fell on the same day as Elvis Presley passed away. "I remember tears coming down my cheeks as I was driving for the first time to the studio," she recalled. She was also initially unpopular on site since another actress who played Monica had been rudely fired, and her appointment as the replacement did not go over well, Charlson informed Benard. Nonetheless, Charlson flourished in her role as Monica Quatermain, a shrewd cardiologist with a troubled personal history that included marriages, divorces, heartache, and extramarital encounters. Her character was diagnosed with breast cancer in the 1990s. Charlson stated in a 1994 interview with the Los Angeles Times that she felt the show had an obligation to address weighty subjects, which is why she developed the cancer plot. Charlson was nominated for 4 Daytime Emmys for Outstanding Lead Actress in a Drama Series during her tenure on General Hospital. She also had appearances on Friends and Dharma and Greg. Rosemary Rossi, an entertainment journalist and longtime friend, called Charlson warm and genuine in a statement to NPR. "Her heart and arms were never closed. That was felt by everyone in her vicinity," she claimed. Indeed, she left behind the legacy of a soap opera icon. The people she affected along the way, however, are what truly stand as her legacy. Heaven is aware that there were many of them. Number 2. Brian Matusz. Brian Matusz, a former left-handed pitcher for the Baltimore Orioles who was selected 4th overall in the 2008 Major League Baseball draft and played for the Orioles for nearly his whole 8-year career, passed away. His age was 37. Matusz had 68 starts while pitching in 279 games with Baltimore. On July 31, 2016, he made a 3-inning start for the Chicago Cubs, the only other major league team he played for. A staple in our clubhouse from 2009 to 16, Brian was beloved throughout Birdland, and his passion for baseball and our community was unmatched, the Orioles stated in a statement. He dedicated his time to connecting with any fan he could, was a cherished teammate, and always had a smile on his face. Although Matusz passed away in Arizona, the cause of his death is still unknown. Matusz was discovered when the Phoenix Police Department responded to a dead body complaint at 2:45 p.m. on Monday, the department said Wednesday night. According to the department, A medical examiner's findings are still awaiting, and the occurrence is being investigated as a fatality. The success Matusz had against Hall of Famer David Ortiz, who went 4 for 29.138 with 13 strikeouts in his career against Matusz, made him famous. Matusz subsequently became a reliever. He pitched for the Orioles in the 2012 and 2014 postseasons. In May 2016, Matusz, who had a 12.00 ERA in 7 games, was traded to the Braves by Baltimore. A week later, Atlanta let him go. With the exception of one big league start, he pitched in the minor leagues after signing with the Cubs. In 2019, his pitching career came to an end. After being selected by the Los Angeles Angels in the 4th round of the 2005 draft, Matusz chose to attend the University of San Diego, where he was twice a finalist for the Golden Spikes Award and won the West Coast Conference Pitcher of the Year award. With 396 strikeouts, he ended his collegiate career as the school's all-time leader. Brian was one of the best players to ever wear a Torero uniform. Brock Ungricht, the coach of San Diego, stated, "Everyone who knew him could see his love for baseball and commitment to the USD community. Although we are saddened by Brian's untimely death, his legacy will motivate us both on and off the field. His friendship and steadfast support of San Diego baseball will always be appreciated." On February 11th, Matusz would have turned 38. Former Baltimore Orioles pitcher Brian Matusz died last week of an apparent drug overdose, according to a Phoenix police report obtained by the Baltimore Banner. The police report said Matusz's mother found him in his home on January 6 when she went to check on him. The report states that Matusz, who was 37, was on his back on a couch with a white substance in his mouth and aluminum foil, a lighter and a straw on the floor near his hand. Number 3. Peter Yarrow. At the age of 86, singer-songwriter Peter Yarrow, who was most known as a member of the folk group Peter, Paul, and Mary, passed away. Their renditions of "If I Had a Hammer" and "Where Have All the Flowers Gone," as well as the song "Puff the Magic Dragon," made them famous as civil rights and anti-war activists. According to publicist Ken Sunshine, Yarrow passed away in New York on Tuesday after being diagnosed with bladder cancer 4 years prior. In a statement, Yarrow's daughter Bethany said, "Our fearless dragon is tired and has entered the last chapter of his magnificent life." The world knows Peter Yarrow, the iconic folk activist, but the human being behind the legend is every bit as generous, creative, passionate, playful, and wise as his lyrics suggest. Peter, Paul, and Mary, Yarrow, Noel Paul Stuckey, and Mary Travers released 2 #1 albums and 6 Billboard Top 10 singles during their successful period in the 1960s. They also brought home 5 Grammy Awards. Yarrow wrote their most well-known song, Puff the Magic Dragon, based on a poem by Leonard Lipton. The story revolves around Jackie Paper, a young child who, until he outgrows his childish fantasies, goes on adventures with his imaginary dragon buddy. Many people thought the song was about drugs, although Yarrow insisted it was only about the loss of innocence in infancy. Early exposure to Bob Dylan was also provided by Peter, Paul, and Mary, who performed a cover of his song "Blowin' in the Wind" at the 1963 March on Washington, the site of Martin Luther King Jr.'s well-known "I Have a Dream" speech. Yarrow contributed to the tale of Dylan being jeered by several at the 1965 Newport Folk Festival for using an electric guitar and rock band. After his performance, the Peter, Paul, and Mary star, who was on the festival board and serving as the event's comper, pleaded with the musician to come back and perform another song. Dylan played "It's All Over Now, Baby Blue" on his acoustic guitar. A Complete Unknown, a 2024 biography starring Timothée Chalamet, who received a Golden Globe nomination for his portrayal, depicts the scene. Before splitting up the following year to pursue individual careers, Peter, Paul, and Mary released their final #1 hit in 1969, a rendition of John Denver's "Leaving on a Jet Plane." A 14-year-old girl who had gone to his hotel room with her elder sister to request autographs was the subject of Yarrow's guilty plea that year. When he answered the door, the two discovered him nude. After serving 3 months in prison, Yarrow returned to his work and was eventually granted a pardon by President Jimmy Carter. In the years that followed, he apologized numerous times. Yarrow organized an anti-nuclear power event in Los Angeles called Survival Sunday in 1978, which brought Peter, Paul, and Mary back together. They performed together until Travis' passing in 2009. After then, the two men carried on performing both individually and in tandem. Yarrow left a granddaughter named Valentina, his wife Mary Beth, daughter Bethany, and son Christopher.